we've got 5 big confirmed updates that are coming to Madden 23 very soon. Now, some of these have been things that have been asked about all year. Some of these things I'm still getting asked about literally every single day. So if you haven't been caught up, here's the time to get caught up. EA has confirmed either through their forums or through certain devs on Twitter that these 5 big updates will be coming to the game very soon, which could mean this upcoming title update, which should be within the first week or 2 of November. Now, a few of these things we've really been waiting for at this point for at least a few weeks, and I would have liked to see them update these things much sooner, but hey, I guess at least they're coming. And speaking of updates, if you never want to miss out on any of the weekly Madden updates or any of the news surrounding the upcoming college football game and the NFL 2K game that's coming out next year, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell icon on so you never miss any of those important videos when they go live. Starting with number 1, this is something I've been asked about literally every single week of the year, and I'm still getting asked about it every single day, and that is the Play Now Live feature. This is a feature that lets you jump into Play Now and you can play this week's string of NFL games. You can also use this to start a franchise at the current starting point of the NFL season, which should have all of the stats, wins and losses and everything like that tracked already, so you can jump in and start at the halfway mark, for example, like right now. Well, this feature has not been updated all year long and people have been scratching their heads. Now, I have told people in the comments about what is going on with this feature, but a lot of people don't read the comments, and that's why I'm still getting asked about it every single day. Now, this feature was put in a few years ago and it always updated every week, but yet this year it's been stuck on week 1 since week 1 and people have no clue what's going on. Now, with all of the bugs in the game this year, people have chalked it up to being a bug and thought it was just something else that's broken about Madden 23, but actually this is intentional, if you can believe that or not, and EA finally spoke on this recently on their website. They said, hey franchise fans, we wanted to provide some clarity on the Play Now Live updates for Madden NFL 23. You've seen Play Now Live receive updates for the week 1 of the preseason and week 1 of the regular season. You can now expect to see Play Now Live updates for the following weeks: week 10 of the regular season, wild card round, and the Super Bowl. And I remember even a few weeks before this was posted, one of the developers said on Twitter that they weren't going to be updating this every week anymore. But when you're talking about Twitter or the forum posts on their websites, a lot of the Madden fans are not looking at that stuff. People like me will look at it and I know where to find it, but the majority of people playing the game still have no clue what's going on. Well, this feature sounds like it might just be getting removed altogether pretty soon, because if you're not actually updating it every week, it kind of seems useless. The whole point of the feature is to be able to jump in at the current starting point of the season. If you want to do that right now for this year's game, you have to wait until week 10, as that's going to be the next time that it's actually updated. So while this is confirmed to be getting updated very soon, it's really unfortunate that they seem to have just kind of done away with the feature altogether, because it should be updated every week. We're going to continue with the rest of the list, but really quickly, let's hear a word from today's video sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Rocket Money. I wanted to start tracking my monthly expenses and set up a budget for myself, and that's where Rocket Money came in. Rocket Money is an all-in-one finance platform that helps you save more and spend less. The Personal Finance Manager allows you to manage subscriptions, lower bills, monitor your credit score, and build your savings all in one place. I use Rocket Money for things like canceling unwanted subscriptions, for example. There's so many different streaming services and stuff like that I've signed up for over the years, and I didn't even realize I wasn't using them until I saw it laid out right in front of me. I also use Rocket Money to set budget. Sometimes I could spend a little crazy, so having something that can automatically monitor my spending by different categories and allow me to get notifications when I've exceeded my limits really has helped a lot. I also use Rocket Money to monitor my credit. Rocket Money alerts you of important changes that can impact your score and offers you insights on ways to improve it. To save more and spend less, join the 3.4 million members using Rocket Money. I've got the hookup. Go to rocketmoney.com/Eric, or you can click the link in the description to get started for free or unlock even more features with premium. That's rocketmoney.com/Eric to get started for free. Number 2, the X Factor and Superstar players. This is something that I continue to get asked about. I did talk about it briefly in a previous video, but I'm still getting asked about it every single day. Ever since Madden 20, when they added the X Factor and Superstar players, we've seen usually multiple updates during each Madden season where they give new players X Factor, they remove players who are performing poorly from the X Factor list, and they do the same thing with Superstar players. Now, in my opinion, this should have already been updated at least a week or two ago, but this is going to be in the next update from what I'm hearing. and you're going to see players probably like Jamar Chase, Saquon Barkley, Mark Andrews, maybe Darius Slay jumping up into X Factor, and you're definitely going to see some players getting removed from X Factor. Probably the biggest name would be Russell Wilson, who is now like an 80 overall in the game, so he's nowhere near even rated like an X Factor player anymore, and he just simply hasn't been playing like one this season. So people that are performing poorly like him are going to be removed, and you're going to see some of the new young faces upgrade into that X Factor. Then of course you've got a ton of superstar potential players like Jalen Hurts, Josh Jacobs, Jalen Waddle, Max Crosby, Quentin Williams, Patrick Surtain, Javon Holland, and more, who are probably going to be jumping up into superstar. And you're going to have some other players that just maybe haven't been performing as well. They're probably going to lose their superstar. So this big update is something a lot of people are waiting for. It's one of the more exciting parts of the game for people, and that's coming very soon. Number 3, playbook updates. This is something we know to expect every year. Some years we get more playbook updates than others. I have to say that I feel like the playbooks have been very much so lacking the past few years. It seems like they've kind of gotten worse and worse every few years lately. Now they have actually added a lot of new stuff to playbooks over the last 5 years. Some good formations, some good plays, definitely some interesting stuff on defense, but they've also removed a ton of stuff as well, which has made the playbooks actually more limited, despite the fact that they added some cool new things. They removed way too much, and honestly, they just haven't really added as much as they could, in my opinion. Now we know the playbook updates are coming soon. We usually get a big playbook update at about the midway point of the year. Sometimes we get multiple playbook updates. That's really what they said they were going to do for the last few years, and they've kind of been far and few between, but we know that we are going to be getting a big playbook update, or at least a minor playbook update, if nothing else, coming very soon. Number 4, equipment updates. Now this is something else we've also come to expect every year, and we've actually already gotten some equipment updates this year. We've gotten some new helmets, some new face masks, some new cleats, and some new gloves, but along with that we've had some issues with these that have had to be fixed. And with the latest update that came out a few weeks ago, they added some new cleats, some new gloves, they fixed the helmets from the previous update, but we also have some new problems with the new stuff they just put in, and the developer said that that is going to be fixed in the upcoming update, and that also there should be some more equipment potentially coming soon as well. So hopefully some more stuff is what we want, but we also need to get the other stuff to work correctly. I don't know why these things keep getting put in and they're not working correctly right off the jump, but we can expect that to be coming soon as well. And last but not least, expect some more uniform and player likeness updates. I'm kind of putting these together because these are kind of two smaller things here, but we know there's been some uniform changes that still have not gone through in the game yet. One of these, for example, are the new Patriots gray pants, and the equipment guy and uniform guy on Twitter said that to expect this in the next update. That's something they're working on, and there's possibly some other uniform changes that need to be done as well. We do have the new helmets finally in the game, but there's still always like new uniform changes and also more throwbacks that they're constantly trying to add to the game. And as far as player likeness, we've gotten a few player likeness updates this year. The last one was actually pretty small, but there's still a ton of player likeness that they have to get in the game. I know they've said on Twitter at some point recently that they have more scans that they are currently putting in the game now that should be coming in the next update or two. Probably some rookie QBs, just rookies and second-year players in general, so should be seeing a lot of those soon. Now, we also just got a massive mid-season roster update. A lot of players moving around, going up, going down, new players on new teams, and if you want to get caught up to date with that, you can check that video out right here on the screen right now.